Well, Michelle here from Atlantic Canada Cooks with Lorne Hammond, the Dulse Man.
The Dulse Man.
And we're going to recap this amazing meal that we've just had a chance to pull together here. We're at the Moncton Farmers Market in downtown Moncton. Get out and support local. And I love this about Lorne. His products, you're going to see some of those right here. Dulse, which is seaweed.
It's seaweed, yeah. This is right in our backyard.
And you make sure that this is available everywhere. I love that you're distributing it to lots of small places.
Definitely, yeah. So it comes and it's harvested from Grand Manan Island, but all across New Brunswick. Many stores around New Brunswick, like Rinslers, Sequoia, Old Time Meat Market, the Gateway, the Magnetic Hill Wharf Village. So lots of different gems like that where you can find this dulse from the Dulse Man.
Well, Dulse Man, and I can picture you going to harvest this stuff, and this is like growing in the ocean. But this is like a sea lettuce, right? Yeah,
so this is sugar kelp. I think we should probably pour ourselves a glass of wine right now.
Did anybody notice? We're on the same page with that.
Yes.
Okay.
Your mom was aggressively nodding in the audience too.
So
she wants some
we've got
wine.
a couple of our audience members. So we want to say hi to Zach and everybody at Magnetic Hill Winery.
Yeah, definitely.
We love local.
We love local.
I think one of the things, you've got products that you sell to local suppliers. This is why we're here at the farmers market. But we love talking about the local cool things that are happening. And their story here at Magnetic Winery is actually one of those unique ones.
Yeah.
And they just won a bunch of awards.
That's right.
So
that's right.
That's super exciting.
Yes.
And we're going to giggle because it's like we're East Coast campers and we're going to use this in paper cups.
That sounds great. I don't think Zach will judge us for using the paper cups.
We're going to here because we're going to say cheers.
Cheers, for sure. Yes.
And then I'm going to get some poured for the audience. Mm.
Wow. You can see why this won awards, eh? This is
so light and beautiful.
Delicious.
Okay.
This is a kind of kelp. And in Oriental cuisine, they use this in broths and different things like that. You can deep fry these, by the way, as well.
Like a kale chip?
Like a kale chip.
But it's like seaweed, ocean kale.
Yeah. And I can see why you thought it was sea lettuce because it does have a similar color.
Oh.
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh, but look at the sea lettuce. Now that's like a brighter green.
Yeah, and it's got kind of an earthy flavor to that. And then, of course, we have sea truffle, which we use for our sea truffle aioli dip.
I'm so excited about this. Look at this. So we're going to go over these recipes, and we just finished cooking all of this down here at the farmer's market. Lorne and I are going to be doing some other things later on. So what do we have here? We've got cucumbers, and what did we put on top of these?
So we put a little bit of dulse flakes and a little bit of dulse powder, but really you could just do it with the flakes. It's a nice little kind of something to snack on while you're barbecuing, and it's a refreshing snack in the summertime. The dulse powder has a real burst of flavor. It's a great alternative to salt. Yeah. But if you have thyroid issues, you don't want to have too much of that.
These have been sitting there for a little bit from earlier. Wow, that definitely has that on the back of your...
It's intense
bit of it, and I had put a little bit extra. I love the way this looks. You could put a little bowl of these. This is what I'm imagining. Put some of these beautiful bowls, put them out on your charcuterie board, and people can just add a little bit to whatever they're having.
If you have mussels or oysters, that's a great topper. And just getting back to that powder, you can use that dulse powder on popcorn. You can use it on corn on the cob, which I love to use it on personally. So it's pretty diverse.
I mean, I think the flavor is absolutely spectacular. So I love the way this all looks. I can picture myself, I've gone snorkeling before and you're seeing all this and I'm like, I could be eating all of this amazing food.
Right.
So the other thing that we did, we roasted some beautiful local potatoes.
Yeah.
I love it because local, what a lot of people is new potatoes. There's a few new ones coming out now. More and more and more is going to come as harvest season. This is great. We chopped it with a little bit of that beautiful local olive oil. And then what did you put in the aioli dip?
So aioli was pretty simple, just a couple of basic ingredients. And like I said earlier, usually we go with the whole idea of what grows together goes together. But in this, we've got some Hellman's mayo. I like to go with the Hellman's. A little bit of sea truffle, which I put in the oven for a couple minutes just to crisp up a little bit. And then I blended that in a coffee bean blender. And you add a little bit of lemon juice. And in my mind, it's almost like blue cheese. I know you said it doesn't taste like that, but...
Better.
Better. Sweet.
Well, when I want to say that, because some people that blue cheese, they get that, they almost say stinky feet feel. It doesn't. Instead of soft garlic, what I like about it is it's just smooth.
Yeah, there is a little bit of garlic in there.
Yeah, because it's got a little bit of the garlic, but you get the the umami of the seaweed in the back. Right?
Definitely. Yeah, there is some dulse powder in there too. So yeah, it's.
Yeah, you put both.
Yeah,
Dulse
I did.
powder.
I did. You can always improvise a little bit, right? So anyway. Yeah.
Absolutely love this. Again, super easy. Roast your potatoes and then use this as a topper.
Exactly.
So we hope that you're seeing about putting some new things into your repertoire of eating. Now these ones we had fun with earlier too.
Yes, these are periwinkles. And I've mentioned earlier, beginning of the show, that anybody who harvests periwinkles on Grand Manan Island, they're actually known as a wrinkler. So it's like an occupation. And these grow all around the island, all around the coast of the island. They say they're an invasive species. So they might have come over on different ships from Europe hundreds of years ago. Most islanders haven't even tried those before. They just pick them for a living, but...
Well, I said this earlier and I'm going to say it again because it's just too funny. These were early immigrants. They came over in the bottom of the ships. This is absolutely great because like snails or escargot or what anybody are saying. And when you're getting these ones out, and it's so funny because we were digging earlier and here we go. Look at that. I got him first
there you
try.
Go. Good one. Good one.
See that? And they come out, and I think they're beautiful. They even still look like they did in the shell. But we put a little bit of olive oil. We didn't use butter this time, but our friend Evan, our chef friend, said put a little butter.
Yeah.
We used olive oil.
Yeah.
We didn't use salt.
We didn't need to use salt. No, it's already got kind of a salty flavor to it. And you don't want to just use butter because butter burns. So you want to use a little bit of olive oil as well. But that's a nice appetizer as well, these periwinkles. They almost have almost like a Mediterranean flavor to it, I find. But I've got some shallots in there that I sauteed, a little bit of sea truffle as well. And what do you guys think? Not too bad, eh?
I really like them. And like I said, I think that two yeses, the softness of a scallop, but I don't find them as chewy as like you would having, like sometimes I find mussels are chewier. They're very delicate and delicious.
Yeah.
And just to think, all of this is really on our coastline in the ocean. So remember, we're right here on the Atlantic Ocean. Where New Brunswick is located is super cool because we sit and the United States is behind us. We also get a little bit protected by Nova Scotia. So right down through the Bay of Fundy and all through that particular area and up towards Grand Manan is where I think this is why the ecosystem is so strong.
It's very unique.
Anything else you want to add to that as we wrap up?
I think
it's a cool area.
Yeah, you touched on most of it. I think there's some incredible swells that you get through there, and a lot of this, the periwinkles and the seaweed, they really have to persevere in a way. So these wrinkles here that are bigger, and I learned this recently from a friend of mine, the reason why they get as big as they do, these ones here, because there's more exposure along that coastline where they are. And so they're getting a lot of waves and stuff, and they have to hang on to pieces of kelp. And it's like life or death every day for these little wrinkles. But anyway.
I have a better respect for the wrinkles.
Yes.
Now.
Yeah, so anyway, and also they feed on kelp. So sugar kelp, this is what they eat, and they just suck the nutrients out of the sugar kelp. So isn't that interesting? So.
Well, there is like the ocean ecosystem at work. So if you're eating any one of these things, Lauren, I think you're getting all the nutrients.
Absolutely. It's like the circle of life in The Lion King. Yeah.
Here it is on the coastline of our ocean. Thank you so much for tuning into Atlantic Canada Cooks. Stay close. We're going to be doing a whole lot of education series throughout the summer. We're going to turn you through Nova Scotia, Prince Edward Island, and we're going to be doing a lot more talking about what goes on in the ocean. And I'm going to be visiting Lauren in August, and we're going to take a whole seaside tour so that you can come and take a much closer look at this. Thank you so much for bringing the wrinkles and the seaweed and the dulse. And I have to tell you, my father's from Alma, and I grew up having a lot of dulse as a kid, and I love it. And I also think that every time I eat them, it takes me back to that amazing memory back there of my childhood.
Absolutely.
But I continue to still love them.
Yes.
But also get the little containers of it, because I just want to say, I now have these sitting next to, like, some people have a bowl with salt in it. I've got a bowl with these beautiful dulse flakes, and they're lovely to throw in a lot of recipes.
Yeah.
So if you see them out at a local store, Dulse Man ones are definitely spread around, but support any of those great places from Grand Manan. And I want to just say thank you, Lauren, because a lot of people don't understand that they're still hand harvested.
Right.
So I want to end on understanding that this is still done very delicate
Yeah.
You're out there, like you said, your dory, which is your boat.
Yeah.
And it can be dangerous.
It can be very dangerous. Fortunately, I go with somebody who's been in the water for over 25 years. I would say I'm a second generational harvester for dulse. My dad used to do this back in the 1980s. And you venture down on the beach. It's slippery, it's wet. The conditions are scary sometimes, but it's a way of life. And it's a big part of the economy down there. And there's people for generations that have been harvesting these kinds of things. And even before that, going back just over 100 years, the Passamaquoddy indigenous came over from Maine. And they came over by canoe, if you can believe it. Imagine some of those swells in their canoes.
No.
And so they came over and they would harvest the dulse. And we actually use those same practices, the same drying methods, harvesting the dulse on the rocks. And it's a lot of fun. It's a lot of fun. So I'm looking forward to showing you in August some of these things.
And I love it, bringing it back to how it always is. So thank you so much for Atlantic Canada Cooks. Stay close with us. Follow along the Dulse Man and his adventures too. And we look forward to keep connecting you through food and culture. And thanks so much for joining us today.
Awesome. Cheers.
Cheers, everybody.